Hello, and welcome to Frighteningly Metal. This is, well, a warning. Sometimes, not all the time, sometimes things get out of control. Not like crazy out of control, like people aren't busting out boobies or nothing, but sometimes it crosses the line. It almost happened once. Trish went, you've been warned, right? A little bit of cussing, a little bit of swearing, and I know that Talking Scared sometimes has scenes of violence, and Frighteningly Metal used to not to, but now Mindy's eating somebody's fucking face in the intro, guys. You're going to see it in just a second.
I'll eat your fucking face!
As you can see right there, Mindy is a big fan of eating faces, and this is Frighteningly Metal, and this has been fucking your parental advisory. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to, I know that the PA announcement said Frighteningly Metal.
The other one vanished.
It vanished and I'm lazy. That's honestly, that's the two biggest problems that we have right now. Is it vanished and I'm lazy and I haven't recorded another one.
We have something special coming up for you guys with that one though. We have something fun in the works.
We do.
For the new PA warning.
We do. It's going to be pretty cool. I'm excited for it. What I'm not excited about is Aurora AI being up in here, because I'm going to be honest with you.
I haven't fucked with you last time.
I haven't even fucked with you guys in like over a year, and you're still watching my shit. I feel like maybe it's time to back off a little bit, all right? Scary. We had our fun. We did our thing. I'm sorry that our relationship didn't work out like you hoped that it would, but, you know, it is what it is. What can I say? I did. You killed me last time, so yeah. You know, I'm good. I'm good. You killed me. You made me kill people. It was a horrible fucking experience. I'm not doing anything with Aurora ever again.
They're killing people.
They're terrible, terrible people. But anyways, you know what is awesome?
What?
Frighteningly Metal Fest 2. Tickets are on sale right now. www.thehauntedhoneymooners.com. A brief pause while we're talking about music. Aiden, I hope that intro was a more pleasant time length for you than our original intro that you were so kind to let us know was too fucking long. 3 minutes now.
We loved it.
3 minutes now, sir. So we cut that bad boy right in half, and I'm just gonna say we did it for you and for you alone, because that's how much we love you, Aurora AI.
Oh God, Aurora.
I know.
Oh God.
I know. I love Aurora. I can't lie. I do. I really do. One of my most favorite experiences that I've got to do online and seeing the Institute firsthand. It's so cool. And to hear there's another Institute opening.
There's going to be another Institute.
At some point in time. And we're just going to leave it at that. We're just going to leave it at that for now. You know, it's going to be amazing. And I know for sure you'll be able to find out some more information on that very near future, early next month. You'll be able to find out some more information here. Right here on Talking Scared.
Right there.
Or if you listen to the parental advisory, it could be Frighteningly Metal. You don't fucking know where you are or what's going on. Goddamn, it could be Science Behind the Scare. We started 2 minutes early tonight, so I know Nick's proud of us again.
He is. He's got to be. He didn't make a comment
that's good.
This time, though,
yeah, no, he didn't make a shitty ass little comment this time about it, but you know. But let's talk about what we got going on tonight before we talk about tickets and all that stuff, because we have two amazing people on tonight, but the true star of the show this evening is Melissa. Melissa is a haunted house enthusiast, a haunted house fan. Just like we were when we first started doing this, and she is very much into the immersive. She likes regular haunts, you know, she goes to them, but just like us.
But I love her passion with the extreme immersive, man.
Yeah,
I really, really do.
Yeah, just like us, she has a special heart for stuff that likes to get extreme. And we're also going to have Spooki Will on here in a little bit whenever he decides to grace us with his fucking presence, because as anything that I try and do with Will, it's got to be somewhat complicated.
A little bit.
In some way, shape, or form. So he'll be on.
Well, we love us some Will.
I do. But he'll be on, I think, sometime around 9:45-ish, we're going to have Will on. He's going to hang out with us for a little bit this evening, and then he's got to, I don't know what he's doing. I think he's got some people tied up or some shit. I don't know.
Leave it to Spooki Will.
Leave it to Spooki Will. But anyways, there's some exciting things been going on in Will's life. I'm glad to be able to catch up with him a little bit. I've been talking to him a little bit today. He's going to have to do it from his car. He just messaged me and let me know. So again, everything that happens with Will has to have some type of complication. It's Will. We love Will. We wouldn't have it any other way. But let's talk about tickets real quick before we hop on over and get Melissa on here and start talking about things. And the first thing I want to talk about is, God damn it, why haven't you bought your ticket yet? You're starting to piss me off. No, I play. I kid.
But
that was
seriously though, J Florida, October 30th, be there.
Be there, absolutely. It's about an hour outside of Pensacola. In case you've never heard of J Florida and have absolutely no clue what it is that we're talking about, little small city, about an hour outside of Pensacola. 9 metal bands. 9 metal bands are going to be performing for you all day, headlined by the absolutely amazing Sepsis, which had an absolutely incredible announcement just recently.
And I hear there's going to be a big-ass motherfucking orange clown there.
Yeah, some dude named Moto, but we don't really care about him. Last time we hung out with him, he was eating spicy chips and stuck on the shitter for a while afterwards, so... Moto probably hasn't even fucking recovered from the spicy chip ordeal
Moto
yet.
probably fucked that mask up, man, with heat.
Yeah, it is probably
gone.
wrecked at this point. But no, so we got the tickets on sale. Make sure you go and get yours. General admission, $35. $35. There's haunts out there that will charge you $35 just for the haunted attraction. Well, that's wrong. Better be a killer ass haunted attraction for $35.
Yep.
But there are haunts out there that will charge you that price just to go through their haunt.
And we've got all-day metal fest?
All day metal festival. 9 different bands are going to be entertaining you from 12 o'clock all the way up until midnight when Sepsis closes this bad boy out for us.
It's whenever the hell they feel like stopping at that
point. It honestly is. It could go till 2 a.m. We just don't know for sure. We know it's definitely going till midnight. We'll see how long it goes after that. But general admission, $35. It's going to get you into the festival, into the concert, into the haunted attraction, Creepy Hollow Woods, get you on that haunted trail. $35. That's it. You're done.
There.
You're there. We are highly encouraging people to buy tickets online. We don't even know if we're going to sell them at the door right now.
Yeah.
All right,
so
definitely.
On those sales online. So to secure your spot, if you're intending on going, get those tickets online while they last.
Yeah, absolutely. Get them online. Get them now.
And I apologize. We're a little stuffy today. We got out of a pool and we've been...
I feel pretty good. I did listen to the live feed I did when I was sick last week, and I sounded horrible. I apologize for that. But $45 is going to get you that Insanity package. That Insanity package is going to be possibly the only night in which Creepy Hollow Woods is going to do their more extreme version of the trail.
Now,
that Insanity tour.
Nights.
They might.
They don't know if they will, but we know for a fact, if you want to get that Insanity experience, come visit us on the 30th.
Yep, absolutely. Come visit us on the 30th. $45. You're going to get the Insanity t-shirt. You're going to get the more extreme version of the haunted trail. Mm-hmm. And again, access.
Because that's us.
Yeah, absolutely. That's us. That's Melissa. I promise if Melissa was going, she'd probably be that $45 person getting that Insanity package and checking it out that way. I promise. I have a strong feeling about that. But you'll be able to do the Insanity tour, and you're going to get the same access that you're going to get to be able to see the entire festival. Now, there is one more package, the creme de la creme, the absolute best package we are offering. The very important pooper packages, the VIP packages. What are you going to get? You're going to get front area access to the entire festival. That means that you can come and go from that area as you please, not worry about losing your spot, not worry about having too much of a crowd pressing up on you.
Extremely limited too for the
spacing. Very limited, because we're going to leave some space up there because a lot of these bands, as we've said before,
they support each other. We're local people. We're extremely proud of bringing local artists from all over the place together under one umbrella.
Yep.
And they support each other. You can't have a festival without support, man. And supporting each other is where it's at to help us with the metal genre.
But what that means for you specifically, if you buy VIP packages, if those bands are going to be jamming and listening to other bands, it's not a suggestion. It's a requirement that they jam in the VIP packaged area. They're going to be up there with you. So you may not only get the opportunity to listen to one of your favorite bands, discover a new favorite band. You might be able to rock out beside that band, plus get some one-on-one time with them, because the VIPs will be the only ones given access to the band meet and greet area, where you will have the opportunity to meet some band members. It just depends on kind of who's available at the time that your time pops up for that.
Yep.
But you'll be granted access to that VIP area. You will be given the choice to go through the Insanity tour or the regular tour of the haunt. If you go through Insanity, you're going to get that Insanity shirt, as well as a Frighteningly Metal Fest 2 festival t-shirt.
It is there to see what the fuck happened to you.
Yeah, that's the insanity shirt's gonna get fucked up. Just gonna throw that out there now. That's for sure gonna happen.
Now,
But
the metal tee, you can put that on after you get fucked up. You can take that home and put it on after you get cleaned up from getting fucked up. You take your pick, but you get that one too.
absolutely. And that's it. That's what we got going on with those VIP packages. Make sure that you get on, buy them as soon as you can. Secure your spot for Frighteningly Metal Fest 2.
So it's time to get Melissa, right?
It is.
time to
She's
get Melissa.
always jumping ahead of the game. I
No,
was
I'm just
about to
excited.
go click on the damn button, and she's already, yeah.
I'm excited.
It's time to get Melissa.
Hey, I should ready. And you please have you there.
All right, everybody. Welcome, Melissa, to the show. Let me crank up her volume. Melissa, my
Hello.
dear, welcome to Talking Scared. How on earth are you doing this evening? And looky here, you know, I got to hold you off for a second because the man himself has finally decided to arrive this
he
evening.
arrived at perfect timing.
I know.
Wow.
I know. Let's get him all up in here. We'll give him a second to get himself orientated or whatever it is that Spooki Will's doing right now. But Spooki Will, once you're on and ready, just announce yourself to the world. I'm gonna talk to Melissa for a second. Melissa, how are you, girl?
I'm doing good.
Good. It is awesome to have you on with us this evening. I know
We have
this
been
is
trying to do this since before the break.
yeah,
Since
and
before
it's
the break.
had a couple little issues from here and there, but we've finally been able to make it happen. Will, I see you in the room. What are you doing, dude?
He's being spooky.
I know. Like he's just
Hello.
Hey, there he. Well,
Can anybody hear me?
we can hear you,
I can
but
hear you.
but all we get's this big W, man. That's weird. We all wanted to see your face. Well, now he's just gonna leave us again.
He's, but Will
Just-
died, remember?
Just Spooki Will.
It's
Spooki
Spooki
Will.
Will.
It's a big W.
It's spooky.
That's all we got. Let's go back to Melissa. He can't get his fucking life together. Christ almighty. I don't even know what to do with him. Now he's muting and unmuting.
Hello, can anyone hear me?
We can hear you, Will. We can hear you,
But we don't see you, man.
but we don't see you. All right.
Oh, he's muting again.
Yeah, we're gonna give Will a moment to see what's going on over there. Melissa, while Will is figuring out how to not be a giant big W right now,
Big W, Hayden said.
so we're I want to
perfect.
know about your origins of horror, Melissa. Before haunted houses, before immersive horror and extreme haunts and all of this other stuff that is absolutely amazing. What was kind of some of the first memories you have that kind of introduced you to this world of horror?
Look, I'm going to be very honest. I was the biggest wuss you would have ever met in your life. You couldn't pay me to touch my hair, jump scares, clowns, even like you name it. Everything scared me. And for whatever reason, I decided to challenge myself, and it just went from there. And I'm basically to the point where I don't think anything can really get to me.
So you're addicted, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, basically. I mean,
Yeah.
it's an addiction at this point.
Hey, it definitely is. You know, I'll be honest with you, and now Spooki Will's completely left us. I think I offended him by calling him a giant W. We'll see. Hopefully he'll come back to us. If not, we'll just ridicule him mercilessly at some point in time.
Yeah.
I'll take a second and give a couple shout outs to many people watching tonight. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Giggs and Bubba and Aiden, Aurora AI, Savannah, so many other people. Chris, it's good to see you. Man, a lot of people tuning in tonight for Melissa. I like it. Showing some support for her tonight. Very cool. Tyler, that's an Aurora guy. I think I killed that man actually at some point in time.
Of course you did.
I probably did. Tyler, if I killed you, let me know, because I don't
people
remember.
on Aurora. Poor
I-
Lindsay.
I did. I did. She works for us now, and I fucking killed
And we
her.
killed her.
Hardcore, like saved her for the end and made a big spill out of it. God, I'm such a dick. Anyways, I was going to wait for Will before we got into the Battle of the Five, but I mean, that is the next step in the process, and I'm not seeing him here, so
And it is Melissa's show.
it is Melissa's show. So, everyone kills Tyler. Well, I know, I'm pretty sure I did. For reals. I really killed him. But anyways, Melissa, are you familiar with the Battle of the Five? Have you heard of this silly little game that we like to play?
I actually have not.
Very good. Very good. All right, we're going to try and get Will in here one more time because you might need his help here.
Yeah, because I suck at games. Just fair
No,
warning.
no, not this game.
Yeah, you saved him.
Oh, that's right. Tyler was the one who Lindsay saved. That's right. I forgot all about that. That's crazy. Tyler, I hope
So we know your butthole, James.
I hope you use that free life well. That free life well.
Enjoy your life.
Will, can you hear us, buddy?
Is the big W back?
Give us a minute here. We're trying to get Will on here because this is his favorite part. This is the only reason he's even.
This is his rebuttal part.
This is the only reason he's even doing this tonight. It's just because he wanted to play our game.
Probably.
So if I can even if we can just get him to unmute, because I'm cool with the W at this point. So Will, can you hear us? Oh no! All right,
Negative Ghost Rider.
All right, negative Ghost Rider. All right, we're gonna hop into this thing. All right, Melissa. So here's what's about to happen to you, and I'm sorry. I gave you a tough battle. I can almost hear Will.
Yes.
He's like the whisper in the wind right now.
All right, Aurora, whatever you're doing, stop it, okay? Leave Spooky Will alone. We just want to talk to him for a minute.
Let him come between the planes for a moment.
There doesn't have to be anything like this, guys. Just let us have our will for a moment. But while the Institute's deciding whether or not they're going to release Spooky Will this evening, I suppose, let me explain the Battle of the Five for those out there that may have never seen it before and have absolutely no idea what is about to happen to our beautiful, beautiful Melissa.
Ooh.
You're in the arena now. All right, I'm going to present two characters to you. They could be fictional, they could be real, they could be from horror movies, video games, comic books, wherever I have drudged them up.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to fight to the death in our arena tonight, Melissa. And Aiden, don't tell me what to do on my show. But we're going to put them in the arena. They're going to fight to the death tonight. And the only thing that you have to do is pick the winner and the loser. I know this is a tough task, all right?
It really is a tough one, though, because he made this fucking hard.
I did. It's specifically for Will, who has now completely and totally ghosted on us, joined the Institute completely or some shit.
He's
I don't
in
know.
the walls.
I don't know.
Well, good. I won't look like an idiot then if it's hard, So there we go.
They're not. Yeah. No, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a fun one. Here we go. He's trying one more time. We're trying one more time to get Will granted access here.
Oh, I see it.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep. He's back in the room. We have hope. Will, can you hear us?
If you can hear us, knock 3 times.
Give us a signal, bro.
Oh, sad day.
It is. It is a sad day.
Forward.
All right, moving forward. We're going to get into round 1 here. Come on. All right, so I hope you're ready. If we come across any characters you're not familiar with, I will be nice and be willing to give you a brief rundown as to who that character is if we come across one that you've just never heard of. All right, but they're not too bad. Round 1, stepping into our arena for, he's been in the arena a few times. We have Spawn. Spawn steps into our arena looking to do damage. He has a very tough opponent tonight, Blade. Blade steps into our arena. Will, I can hear you perfectly right now, sir. Can you hear us?
I can hear you finally, yes. I'm sorry.
Awesome.
Hi.
Perfect.
I apologize.
That's all right. Your apologies don't really mean anything to us anyways, Will.
That's fine.
That's fine.
But, no, seriously, man, welcome to the stream, man. Welcome. We're so glad you were able to hang out with us for a little bit tonight. I know you're busy as shit,
man.
In
here, man.
And thank you so much.
I'm on the way to respond to a stabbing. So that's what I'm doing right now.
Well, now.
Okay. Did you stab them?
No, I don't do that. I normally stop these things from happening.
Okay.
But unfortunately, it was at a place that I couldn't be, and now I have to go to that place because someone has been stabbed.
Okay. All right. Well, that's fair. That's
fair. So we get Will on his way to a stabbing.
Yep. So we'll take Will as long as we can have Will. Melissa, I'm going to warn you ahead of time. Whatever answer you give in the Battle of the Five,
find a reason that it's wrong.
Yeah, he's going to rebut and tell you that it's wrong and tell you why it's wrong. But
it's okay. That's all right.
But we're gonna start with you at least tonight. Stepping into our arena, round 1, Battle of the Five, Spawn versus Blade, fight to the death. Melissa, who do you have?
Okay, I think Spawn's gonna win.
Spawn. I like it. I can go
I
with
think
that.
Spawn's got this one too, and I
Really?
love Blade.
Really? I thought Blade would maybe have a shot at this. Will you have any thoughts on this one?
Yeah, Spawn will absolutely kill Blade in any.
We even got Will on board.
All right, fair enough. I'm just gonna shut my mouth and just go ahead and
Spawn,
move on.
Spawn is hands down my favorite superhero. I have every single comic from Spawn, and I collect a lot those toys from Spawn too. So
Very cool.
I like Spawn.
I like it. I told you,
Awesome.
Melissa, he's serious about this Battle of the Five. He knows this shit.
Hey, look, I did good.
All right,
Yes, you
so
did.
round two, man. This one's
We got
going
Will on our
straight
side.
to you, Will. I want to know what your thoughts are. Judge Dredd steps into our arena. Tough challenge tonight, but I don't know, man. I want to hear your thoughts before I say anything. Batman, and I'm going to let you pick whichever Batman you feel is best suited to take on Judge Dredd instead of trying to, pick the 100 different versions of Batman out there. Whatever version of Batman you think's best for the job, who do you got? Dredd versus Batman, fight to the death.
I would go with a Frank Miller Batman. Probably Batman versus Superman. Frank Miller.
Okay.
That would be like that's an older Bruce Wayne. He's battle damaged from years of dealing with crime in Gotham. The thing is, I could see them fighting each other, but they're very similar as characters in a lot of ways. They basically know the same moves. They're trained really well. And at the end of the day, though, Batman is still going to win because Batman is still a detective, whereas Judge Dredd is more of an enforcer of the law. Batman finds his ways around it, so he would find his way around, I think, intellectually in a fight with Judge Dredd.
Well, you know what? I'm going to let it slide because I love you, but you're wrong. Dredd would absolutely kick Batman's ass in that fight. It doesn't even matter what Batman you bring to the battle. Dredd is going to enforce his law, and his law is a dead Batman.
Our big beautiful orange bastard's in here.
Is he?
Yeah.
What's up, Moto? What's going on, Moto, man? Glad you're able to join us for a second. All right, round three. It's going back to you, Melissa. This is a tough one.
Oh, boy.
We have Deadpool stepping back into our arena, getting ready to take on Swamp Thing. Deadpool versus Swamp Thing. Fight to the death. I know Will's got an opinion on this one, too. But, Melissa,
Look.
I want to hear yours first. Who you got
Just
in this?
because my love for Deadpool is so strong, I'm just going to say Deadpool.
All right.
I gotta go with Deadpool too, though.
Okay. All right. Spooky Will, man. What are your thoughts?
Deadpool versus Swamp Thing. That's, it's interesting. Deadpool can regenerate. That's about all
Yes.
Deadpool can do, though. I mean, he's technically immortal for what it's worth.
Yeah.
But whereas Swamp Thing, I think Swamp Thing could easily destroy Deadpool in a way that would make it impossible or very hard for him to reassemble or regrow his body parts. And I think Swamp Thing's got this one because Swamp Thing has control of the environment around him, and Deadpool only has control over his healing factor. Actually, he has no control over his healing factor; it just happened.
Yeah.
And that'll wither with age, like it did for Logan.
Okay.
Okay.
I like it. No, I can get down with it.
But
Swamp Thing.
Just
Swamp
the
Thing.
canny charisma, though.
Right,
You have of
That's
Deadpool.
what.
Like, even if he ends up in 1,000 pieces, once he starts regenerating, he's gonna be like, well, that sucked. Like, and it's just gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Like,
He's going to make everything better.
yeah.
It was Melissa's round, so we're giving it to we're giving Deadpool the win. Melissa, I have to let you take the next round as well because round 4 was specifically designed for Will.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
By another immersive creator.
Okay.
So we'll be getting into that round here very shortly.
Did he
but
really give you one for Will?
He did. And I didn't know who either of these fuckers were, to be honest with you. So I guess I'm the fake one. But anyways, round number 4, Melissa, this is all you. We have the Tick versus none other, because who else is going to fight the
I
Tick
hate
in
the
our
fucking
arena?
Tick. I know who you're gonna put against him.
Ant-Man. That's right.
Oh.
Ant-Man versus the Tick. Fight to the death. Melissa,
Man,
who you got?
I like Ant-Man. I really do. He's won me over the Tick, so I'm just going to say Ant-Man, honestly.
I can deal with Ant-Man before I can deal with the Tick.
Yeah.
Like,
That's about the only explanation.
For either of them, but
But what if
I mean, that's
what
like-
if Ant-Man supersizes and just stomps the Tick out of oblivion?
yeah, but he can mess up because he messes up a lot and shrink instead of supersize, and then
Yeah.
Will, help me out here, man. Help me out here. You're with me, right?
I'm a fan of the Tick, so yeah, the Tick.
All right, fine. Let's get Ant-Man out of here.
Ant-Man won.
No, the Tick.
It wasn't Will's question.
Oh yeah, that's right. See, I'm just trying to. I don't even know what's going on my own show today. Anyways.
Apparently, Will's taking over his head. Stupid
Well,
Aurora.
you goddamn Aurora, man. That's what I've been saying since the beginning. I've not been the same since they blew me up. But anyways, let's get Ant-Man out of here. Let's get on to Will's bonus round. Now, Will, I'm just going to tell you now, forgive me, because I hadn't seen the movie. I had to look this dude up when Mr. Justin Brink gave me these two guys for you to pick between tonight. And if you don't know these people, and this is a direct quote from Justin, you're a fake motherfucker. So, that being said,
Hashtag not the real Wakefield.
anyways, I think the name's pronounced Conal Cochran from Halloween 3. I could be butchering that completely, and if I am, I apologize.
Conal Cochran.
Okay, I was close. Not bad. He's taking on the Tall Man. So Cochran versus the Tall Man, fight to the death, and this one comes from your buddy over in Chicago, man. Who you got?
What the fuck's he eating?
I don't know.
All right. So here's the thing. Conal Cochran is just some fucking Irish dude who wanted to bring back a pagan, the pagan celebration of Samhain, which is what we have as Halloween now.
Yeah.
Because all the good holidays are Irish.
They are.
It's the Tall Man is anyone who has seen all of the Phantasm films, and I am one of those people, will tell you the Tall Man would have no problem destroying Conal Cochran. Conal Cochran is a human. The Tall Man is more than that. He's an interdimensional being. He was once human. If you can sit through all of the Phantasms, you'll figure all that out. And I think you could probably watch 3 and 4 and get the same movie. But yeah, it's the Tall Man. The Tall Man.
I like it.
That's Don Costeley, man.
I did.
But if you were talking about could John Carpenter beat up Don Coscarelli, or the actual director of Halloween 3 was not John Carpenter. He just wrote it and did music for it. What the hell's his name? God, he was his. Well, he wasn't his DP. Fuck, I can't remember. It's a shame. I can't remember that. But yeah, the Tall Man would totally win against Conal Cochran.
I just want him to quit putting that on his tongue.
Cochran,
I like it.
Conal and Silver Shamrock was always was one of the biggest inspirations for the Aurora Institute. So I have a lot of love for that. But it's the Tall Man. The Tall Man.
I like
so how about that, Justin? How about that? Give me something harder next time, bro. Bring that Chicago noise to me here.
So Melissa, do you know who these people are?
Absolutely not. I'm just watching this dude constantly lick.
I know. I want him to quit eating it. I don't know what the hell it is, but I want him to quit.
Oh man.
Right. Because he's playing with it with his tongue. He's
all right. Let me get the Tall Man out of here. All right, we got one more round to get through, and then we got to dedicate a little time to Will before he's got to hop off here and get to that stabbing. I know he's got to be getting close. So it is title time. Melissa, we do have a champion of the arena. Let me introduce you to our champion of the arena, two-time champion, been holding the title down pretty hardcore. I'll be honest with you, I don't think the number one contender stands a chance in holy hell tonight of dethroning our current champion, but we'll see. Darth fucking Vader steps back into the arena, our current champion, looking to maintain that title reign.
William Sepsis put him in that spot to begin with.
He did. And if he wins tonight, I'm going to give Will the chance again.
Yeah.
But that's not what it's about. Tonight, it is about the current contender that won last week and earned this, I guess you could call it right, Mystique. Oh, poor Mystique.
Poor
I'm so sorry,
Mystique,
girl.
man.
This is happening to you right now.
They're
But
using the Force against Mystique.
But it is ultimately Melissa's call. Whatever victor she decides will be our champion. So, Melissa, I turn it over to you. Title round. Darth Vader versus Mystique in a fight to the death.
Of course, Mystique is going to lose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
I thought at
110%.
first she was going to give her the victory just like that. And I was just, damn, okay.
It was like, holy shit,
I worded
Mystique.
that so wrong. Yeah, but yeah, I don't see how she would stand a chance whatsoever.
Yeah, no, I have to agree with you. And next week, just so everybody knows, because things were a little different with that last round, next week's number one contender, we actually had our number one contender match as the start. Spawn will be our number one contender next week, challenging Darth Vader for his title. Will, not addressing that, but just I want to hear, do you think, does Mystique stand any prayer, any way that she could maybe trick Darth Vader or maybe somehow pull this out in your mind? Any way Mystique can beat Darth Vader? Is this just Darth Vader, door shut?
No, man. Dude, Darth Vader, no. He would win. I mean, Mystique is just a shapeshifter.
I know. I was just trying to give the girl a shot, man. That's all.
Well, I hate to tell anybody, Mystique's a boring fucking character. Actually, a lot of the X-Men are fucking boring. Like, they're just boring outright.
It's hard to argue.
It's not lying.
There's a couple that's cool, but I mean, and that's using the word cool pretty fucking loosely right now. All right, so let's transition over into some other stuff here. We got Will, the big old W. I hope you all enjoy that big old W that we got for him tonight. He's being all spooky and hidden and shit.
It's because it's not the real Wakefield.
It's not the real Will. It's not the real Will. But anyways, let's Will, I want to know number one because I don't know how much longer we're gonna have you on here. So I got two questions for you right off the bat. Number one, what's going on in your world right now? What's kind of Will got his hands in a little bit, and what might be kind of some of the future stuff that you might be working on right now? Whatever you're willing to divulge at the moment.
I mean, at the moment, there is some fun stuff percolating out on Long Island in the Farmingville area. Actually, where I'm heading to right now to respond to a stabbing. So the thing that's happening right now, the most I can say is it is a love-hate letter to the 90s. I don't understand why the 90s is popular again. I lived through it, and I see a lot of young people in admiration of the fashion and
Did you see
style.
the fishnets are all coming back?
The what is coming back?
All the fishnet attire is coming back. I keep seeing it on stuff, and I'm like, oh, that wasn't comfortable then.
Yeah, we're just perpetually like cycling through certain things culturally, and that shows me that we are on the decline as a country, and it's a sad state. Really, it is.
It's hard to argue that one. But the one other thing I wanted to make sure we were able to do before you might have to hop off here at any point in time. So you have Melissa on right now, and I know from previous experiences, this has always been something that you've been a big part of. It is getting feedback from the people that come and enjoy your amazing shows, no matter what type of show it is that you're doing. They're always cool. They're always different. They're always unique. And it's always fun and exciting to see whatever it is. Aurora, will you fuck off for one night, man?
Aurora,
I
he
can
was probably
never,
stabbed.
ever have him on without it turning into this.
I mean, I am not doing anything out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
And
Well, I mean, you're responding to stabbing on
I'm
the live
totally-
interview, so I can't say you're not doing anything out of the ordinary.
And that's again another first. Every time Will's on, there's some type of first that happens.
right. So yeah. What's where are you going? And I'm totally the real person, Will. Right?
Yeah. Whatever. God damn
Yeah.
it.
I'm totally Will.
Yeah.
Well, what's the question you're going to ask me? Because that's the last thing I'm going to answer. Because I have made it to my destination.
He's made it to the stabbing. So
I love that we're letting the stabbing hold on for a second. It's not my question. It's your question. You got Melissa here. She loves immersive horror. She loves extreme haunts. You have the opportunity as a creator to ask her whatever you want. What question do you have for Melissa?
What happened to you that you like this?
I guess something while I was in the fetus. I'm not sure. You know, it's just I'm missing several IQ points. I don't know. Honestly, man, it's just it happens, and I'm addicted, and I probably need rehab at this point. But you know, here I am.
Yeah, this. I mean, you know, I've met a lot of people like you. Again, I've never gone to an extreme haunt before. I've never put myself through that. I wouldn't. You know, for many years, I just did it to people because that's the kind of personality that I have.
It is.
And I, you know, I sit there and I do stuff to people, and I'm just like, why would you pay me to do this? Like, this is very silly of you. And, but you know, I never made a lot of money doing it anyway, and it wasn't really for that. I think in the end, the research was the most paramount thing with what I was doing, and you know, there's years of it, and thankfully I'm out of the game now. So, you know, what happens next and whatnot to people like Melissa here who enjoy what happens to them inside of these things, I don't know. I don't know where it can go from here. Someone's going to have to kill somebody eventually for it to level off with the extreme stuff.
Yeah, that's what's
Like,
happening
someone's
right
gonna have
now.
to do real.
We know what's going on with that fucking stabbing, man. You ain't pulling the wool over anyone's eyes.
Listen, I want to assure you that everyone signed a proper waiver, and they
He's never
knew
gonna
what
be
was
on
coming.
anything to do with us again after tonight. We've blown this relationship completely in one evening.
Oh no,
Tyler
no!
should-
I
Tyler
assure
should
you, when
take
Will
the
returns,
Crucible, Will.
he'll feel fine.
Cool. And
When
that
he's back,
is-
when he's back, everything will be okay.
well, I want you.
You'll
to
be
know,
okay.
I want you to know, and maybe you can relay this message to the real Will for me, and then I know you got to go deal with that stabbing shit. But it is almost became my personal goal. It is on my bucket list that one way, by hook or by crook, I don't care if I got to goddamn kidnap you one day, you're going through one before it's all said and done.
Please do. Just once.
I mean, I don't know if you are aware, but I lived through an extreme haunt
I know,
basically every day I wake up.
I know you did. I know you did. Okay, I know that. But, anyways.
You know, it's as much torment mentally as it is, you know, for me to come up with the things in the shows that and why I do them and what part of the story they are and how they all work together. That part is equally as abusive, and I inflict that damage on myself. And that being said, I hope you all have a wonderful evening, and you enjoyed this conversation with quote-unquote Spooky Will, or Will Wakefield,
Well, I'll tell
or
you
Will
what, man.
Pentarich, or Neil Pallet Mays, or however many other names I have.
Well, Whoever the
There's
fuck it is,
infamous
I have to go now.
Whoever the fuck it is we're talking to tonight, make sure you relay the message to the real Will. We love you to death. Respect the hell out of everything that you do, and wish you nothing but the best in the future, man. And thank you so much for taking a moment out of your time tonight and hanging out with us. You have a great night, man.
You too have a wonderful evening.
Happy stabbing.
Bye.
God damn, Trish, what is with you tonight? You are fucking frisky this evening.
I can't help it.
Jesus Christ.
I can't help it.
Oh, all right. So that was not the real Will. Maybe the I don't fucking know who that was.
That was
Melissa,
interesting.
I'm sorry. I tried. I want you to know I tried so hard. I really did. And I just it's what I get.
You
Where's
got so
Will
far.
2021?
That's what I get. That's what I get. All right, but Melissa, let's take the rest of the time we have this evening to talk about extreme horror, extreme
Okay.
haunts. I think a good spot to start, especially for somebody like you that has been. Well, let's start there. Let's start with the resume. What
It's
are
a nice resume.
it is.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
not guys. We love traditional haunts. You know that as much as everyone else. We're not
Tonight's
really.
immersive day.
We're not going to talk about those. Okay, she's been to them. We've been to them. They're great. We're not talking about that tonight. Extreme horror, immersive horror. Let's start off with the resume, Melissa. Where have you been?
Okay, can I skip the whole MM?
Yep.
Yes,
You know,
absolutely,
that doesn't
absolutely.
even
Anything
count.
you want to skip, baby doll.
Okay.
That's all you. This is about you and your happy
Right,
place.
right. Well, you know, nobody likes to talk about that, but you know, everybody associates me with there. So basically, I'd went to an unnamed place twice. Two is my number, and I don't know why. And shortly after that, I went to Cada Silvas, and that was an interesting experience. You know, and it was kind of more so on the lines of what I was looking for.
Yeah.
You know, it was like, oh wow, you know, there's actually a place that does exactly what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize that there is an entire community, you know, of several different places. At that time, I had no idea. And so I thought my line stopped there until I found out about this place called the Basement in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
I went there, and that was really, really enjoyable. Definitely completely story-based immersive, but you know, it was completely open-ended, and I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Um, so that was, you know, my major road trip across the U.S. to go to a major, you know, little place.
And you got to go there the first year of their new building, didn't you?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
I think so. I believe that was the first year. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that was. And then shortly after that, I went back to Cadis Silvis, and then for whatever reason, I decided to sign up and purchase a ticket to go to Crucible.
Yep.
That was the most excruciating wait I've ever went through in my life. The more I researched, the more I was shaking every
It's
time
such a
I
terrible
got on
idea
the
sure,
to
phone.
man.
research.
Don't
It's
research
such a bad idea.
Don't.
We always tell people to research.
But
and we
really, you
mean-
don't want to when you're
we
getting ready
mean,
to go.
we mean research and know what you're going into, but in the same aspect, don't fucking research. You're not going to like what you find out.
No. I mean, like every day I was having to give myself a pep talk and be like, okay, that was not real. There's no way somebody's that terrified. Absolutely none. I think I had gotten to myself before I ever went to the place, but lo and behold, I went through there and made it out at a level 10, and I didn't use any safe word or
That's
anything.
awesome.
So
That's awesome.
I surprised myself
Big
because
round
there
of
were a lot of
applause.
things that just blew my mind, needless to say. And then, you know, COVID and everything else was going on, and so I had a break. Back this spring, I actually went to the Fear Experiment, and that was well worth going to.
Super excited for
Completely amazing. It was definitely unique, and all these places are unique in their own way. So just because I say one's unique, they're all unique. But this place, if you really want a good story based, as well as, you know, your touchy-feely, immersive horror experience along with that, that's the place to go. After going through and realizing, holy shit, what the fuck just happened to me? You know, that was my reaction to it. I was on cloud nine of, you know, for about a week trying to figure out in my head, like, what happened? What just happened? So it was kind of like that guessing work in my head of, did I really go through that? And it was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Highly recommend. And then, you know, shortly after I went to the Fear Experiment, I decided I'm going to torture myself again and go to Crucible again. And,
Oh, nice.
you know,
Two's the charm.
right. And this time, you know, I'm not excited. I don't make a live. I don't post about it. I don't do anything. I'm just like, yep, I'm going in silence. That's what I'm doing. And, you know, I made it through. That, you know, that was an amazing experience. Definitely different. You know, some places you can go to multiple times and they're kind of the same.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Don't expect that at Crucible. No. You know, it's always going to be different and just nope. Flashback. Sorry. Anyway, so
No, it hits you though, doesn't it?
It does.
It does.
Like
It
the
really
really,
does.
really good ones, the memorable ones, the ones that stick with you. You can honestly visualize them just by talking about it any moment.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's a feeling you just can't explain to somebody unless you've experienced it.
Exactly, exactly. And I mean, it's just you can't explain it. It's
No.
no. Just go through it if you want to find out. That's
Yeah.
all I got to say.
Yeah, and I'll pause for a second there, just in case anybody's out there hoping that tonight's the night that we're going to give some big spoiler away, or some big reveal as to what goes on into this stuff. You'll never ever know unless you go,
But
because
once
people
you go,
like
there's
us.
so many people out there. That'll be happy to talk to you about your experience, about the experience you went through at the same time. Of course, not together. There's not very many of those, but there's a whole community for you to talk to about it. But you have to be in the community.
Yeah, you gotta earn your stripes before you're let in, for sure. But that's somebody, people like us, people like Melissa that have done this and respect this community and respect this genre for what it is. You'll never ever find out I hate to say it's like Fight Club, but it really is. We don't talk about what happens inside. You're never ever going to find out unless you go.
Yep.
And that's what draws you in,
Yep.
even though you don't want to be drawn in.
That's true.
I've
That is
said
true.
it time and time again. I signed him up for one of our first big ones that we done.
Yeah.
And I was just like, so we're doing this. Just
And,
so you know.
and I want you to know, I love the creator of this immersive to death. He is honestly definitely in my top 5 human beings. But in the same aspect, I also kind of fucking hate him for what he did.
Oh.
And and what he put us through at times. But it was also the most rewarding experience that I've ever had, and since then it's just like Melissa's already said, it becomes an addiction. It becomes
Yes.
a drive. You need more. You want more. And we had Will on earlier, and he's joking about, well, somebody's going to stab somebody one day. It's not. It's really not like that. It's not. It's seeing different stories. It's seeing how they can put this stuff into different lights. It's not all torture porn or anything
No.
like that. Is there some
Yeah.
aspects of that from time to time? Sure. Are you going to be physically tested? Fuck yes, you are.
And the storylines and storyboards and the events that stand the test of time are the ones that have that story and are cause and effect and reasoning for any kind of physicality in it.
Hmm.
So
And that's what makes it kind of beautiful. It's like reading a book, but
Yeah.
you're your own character. You like the
Yeah.
book
Yeah.
comes to life,
It
and
does.
it's just amazing.
it does. I've told many people it's like escaping your own rated R movie. It really is.
It
You're
really
not
is.
just watching it happen to somebody. You have to
You're
figure out.
experiencing it.
You're experiencing it, absolutely, and you have to figure out how you're going to get through it. How do I get to the end? Just like a victim in a horror movie, whether they make it to the end or not, every single one of them has the same goal. How do I get to the fucking
Yep.
credit scene of this shit?
Yeah.
How do I make it there?
And am I really there once I'm there?
Yeah, and is the credits, is there a post-credit scene I wasn't aware of? You have to be worried about that.
Oh God, yeah. The second thinking, is it really over?
Yes.
You know?
I have an immersive creator that fucks with me to this day just because he has nothing better to do with his goddamn
Yeah.
life. Just,
Oh, that's
just,
beautiful.
just every once in a while, just some stupid fucking message that doesn't make any sense or have anything to do with anything. But there it
It
is.
has you over there tripping out like, oh gosh, what is this?
Yes, it does. It does. And I
Yeah.
know he's just a fucking human that can't fucking do shit, but he still fucks with my head.
And Tyler,
Right.
that's exactly right. The point is to blur the lines. That's why it's called immersive. There's not supposed to be a tap word in the event that they don't think you're ever going to do this. There's a tap word in case the experience, the blurred line, seems too real in your own head. But there is a line.
Yeah.
All right, so I want to backtrack a little bit, and kind of, because I think we've showed kind of one spectrum of what extreme horror can be a little bit. We talk about we've all been pushed to the limit a little bit. We've all been put into our non-comfort zones. The different things we've taught. I'm not comfortable undressing in front of strangers.
I'm not comfortable with plastic bags being taped over my head.
But these are all things. These are all things that have happened, and one of the things that we love about it is it does show you that comfort level. But I want to encourage those out there as well that maybe have never gone to one. And I always like to try and point people in the right direction.
Yes.
And while we haven't gone to a lot of the same extreme haunts and some of the straight immersive haunts, one that we have for sure both gone to and experienced is Scarehouse the Basement,
Yes.
out in Pennsylvania. And I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to let you take it from there. I personally believe Scarehouse the Basement is the perfect extreme
perfect to get your
haunt,
toes wet.
immersive horror experience for somebody that's never done it before. If you can't go through Scarehouse, you're
Don't do
not going to
nothing
get through
else.
any of the others. Don't even fucking try them. But it's a really good starting ground. It's excellent story. What do you think about that, Melissa? Is that something you agree, disagree with? And what was a little bit of your experience with the basement?
Well, I agree wholeheartedly. With me, I kind of backtracked, kind of leaping into something
Yeah, you
and then
fucking dove head
backing
deep
off.
into the deep
Yeah.
end as hard as you could, girl.
Yeah. So to start off with, definitely recommend Scarehouse the Basement, because they kind of do test you on a little bit of everything, and
Yep.
it's a wonderful way to be like, okay, can I do more? Do I
Yeah.
want more?
Exactly.
And so definitely worth the visit, for everything, the aesthetics and all. Even if you've went to haunts, I mean, everybody needs to go to this place at least once. But, like I said, for me, I went forward and basically drowned myself into,
Yeah. Yeah, no, you jumped in the deep end, girl.
yeah. And then I went to the basement. So it was kind of like I had to take a step back to appreciate it for what it is. And, there's still creativity behind it. There's still a lot of work that was appreciated while going through it. And it was just all round, it was all wonderful to be able to experience something like that. And, if I have the chance to go back, I definitely will.
Yeah, and please don't take us talking about Scarehouse, being a good one to start on as it being light
It will test you.
by any stretch of the
Oh, yeah,
imagination.
yeah.
It will absolutely push you. Especially if you're used to regular haunts, and maybe even you walk in there with the attitude of, I've been to a touch haunt before where they touch me. I've experienced that. I'm sure it's not. It's not the
No.
same. It's not even close. It's a whole different realm of haunted house that you've not experienced before. So don't just lightly walk into the basement either and think it's going to be a cakewalk for you. It'll chew you up and spit you out the same as the others.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you allow it to, for sure.
We all have our different limits. So,
Absolutely.
that's what makes it beautiful.
And that's going to bring me to my second question, because I think all three of us here have met whatever it is that is our Achilles tendon.
Oh, yeah.
What
Yeah.
is that one thing that almost made you think about tapping, that maybe pushed you to the envelope? And I'll start. I'll share my story real quickly. For me, it was I sweat a lot if I am in a refrigerator. It's just me. It's how my body's built.
True.
I sweat all the time. I know it's gross.
64 degrees in here. We still need a fan.
I'm sorry. It is what it is. But heat bothers me. And what bothers me even more is the inability to breathe. And I don't want to get into haunts tonight and really throw out too many names. But one haunt in particular really pushed me to the envelope. It was number one in the middle of Nebraska. And it was sweltering fucking hot that night. It was so hot. Obviously, there's no air conditioning in these places because they don't give a shit about you. So you go in, you're already sweating your balls off, and then I got wrapped up in a tarp or a body bag or something like that for what seemed like a long time. And while I was able to persevere and fight my way through it, I would be lying to you if I told you it wasn't a fight. I can remember my knees jerking, my body actually starting to involuntarily panic at times. I can't imagine it being longer than a minute that I was down, but it seems like eternity.
So, little tidbit there. I done this experience first, and I already knew being in that position when I got out of that specific spot. I was like, oh, JC's gonna hate this. Like,
But you know,
That's
what is also very rewarding about it, and before I let Melissa talk about hopefully what was kind of her moment that pushed her the furthest she's ever been, um, I got through it, and when it was over, I felt like, oh, it doesn't fucking matter what's thrown at me at this point. Fucking bring it. Now I can reflect on the story, and what it did is I have a defensive mechanism, especially at these places where I try to joke about
bad
things.
though.
I do, but it's how I deal with it. It's how I cope with it. It's how I make it remind myself that it's not real. I try and joke. I try and get the actors to break character even at times.
How many times do you get in trouble for that?
I don't want to talk about it. I have gotten in so much trouble over that shit. I got in trouble over it
Smart
here.
ass, yeah.
Here I got in trouble for it. But what I loved about it, and what I love about Eli's places, is they recognized it. They saw it immediately before I even got in. They knew what they were dealing with, and they broke it. And when they broke it, it was the most enjoyable experience I've ever had inside of a complex before, because I was truly open to the experience.
Yeah.
I was open to the story. I was open to what they were trying to show, and I let go of myself for a moment and just fully immersed myself in this experience. And that's what it's all about. That's why it's called immersive horror. And it's like a breakthrough, it's like something breaks inside of you, and again, it becomes that addiction. So Melissa, I want to hear your point. How did you get broken? Because I know it happened. I know at some point you got broken.
At some point I did. And then there were other points I was close to it. I can deal with. Oh, I don't want to give too much away, and it's very, very difficult.
I know. But please understand, we've all been to many immersive haunts. Don't think because we're talking about something that you know where we're talking about or what we're talking about. You honestly don't.
You don't know.
Even if you've been to one that we've been to, you really don't know. You have no idea what we've seen and some of the different haunts we've gone through. So, keep that in mind, those that are watching. You're not figuring out anything crazy tonight, I promise.
Well, I'm just going to put it like this. Some electrocution can suck so bad. Like, I had no idea. Sometimes, I have a very high pain tolerance, so it doesn't affect me like it would, I guess a normal person. I don't know. I don't want to put others down, but I feel like mine's a little bit higher. No. So I can deal with a lot. But there are some cases where it doesn't matter, what I've been through, what I can tolerate, that's still always going to get me. And, after just being wore down and going through that, like you say, you kind of you're a big lump of goo, and you go through these things as, emotional, as open as you can be, and just everything hits you on a whole new level of of immersive. You're just completely going underwater at this point, and it's just amazing. And then you, of course, when it's over, you have the reality check of it's over, the constant reassurance. But yeah, that's definitely one of a big thing that always almost gets me every single time I go through, and it doesn't matter where. Now, there was an instance where, I did get broke, but it was due to, I think, the back-to-back extremities. I have dealt with a lot of places that do back-to-back, but this place was just constant, full force, just bam, bam, bam. Like, I couldn't even comprehend what was going to happen 1 minute to the next. I was being drugged from one place to the other. There was no break of breather in between. It was constant. And
for any creators out there watching, breaks and breathers are critical. You have to incorporate those in they don't have to be long, but especially if you're really putting somebody through the grinder, you have to give us a second from time to time to recompose, even if it's nothing more than sitting in a dark room for 60 seconds and giving us the moment to catch our breath. It's very critical to what you all are doing, and I hope you all know that, and I'm sure many of you do that are watching. It's critical to have those break points and let us catch our breath, or else we're just struggling to keep up.
Yep. Well, for me, because it's so difficult, my goal is to find another breaking point, and just completely let go and be fine with it.
Yep.
That's my goal. So, to have that back to back, thing that works for me because I can deal with it. It sucks in the moment, but it truly allows me to break down completely, break down physically and emotionally, and just, be that person I need to be because, like you said, we all have defense mechanisms. Yep. And that's kind of what it takes to break down my walls to get me to where I'm like, all right, I'm no longer this cocky person walking through
Yeah.
big-headed ego. It's just it takes a lot to get me to the level where I need to be, but I've been more mindful lately and been able to walk into something and not have to be brought down so many levels, just because it helps on the creator's behalf, because I realize that's a lot of work they have to go through, and that's beyond appreciative.
Absolutely.
But it's, I want to experience it from the very start and not have to wait, so long to finally be able to be completely immersed.
Yeah. No, and I love how you're talking about that, and talking about the work that creators go into. And I know that we're past the hour mark, folks. I don't care. We're gonna hang out for a little bit. Talking about the creative part. One of the things that has been fortunate for Trish and I, and regretfully, and we don't know this for a fact by any stretch of the imagination, so don't take this for gospel truth. But as far as we know, and based off of the last conversation that we had with the creators of Blackout, it doesn't sound like there's another show coming anytime soon.
Well, specifically the last time I had interaction with one of the awesome creators of Blackout, he said, that he appreciated the kind words that we had and stuff. Right now is the time that they all want to take a step back and allow this to grow from a different standpoint from somebody else's perspective, because they've done what they need to do and what they feel that they've came to accomplish with it.
But I bring out Blackout specifically, and I mentioned them by name because that was the one that when we first started talking about extreme horror and immersive horror,
it scared the shit out of us.
It did. The documentary was terrifying, and the documentary isn't. That's not what Blackout is, number one. But that's another conversation for another time.
That is a portion of a storyline that Blackout created, not Blackout itself.
Yeah, Blackout's completely different than that. And it's absolutely amazing. I've talked to a few of the actors that were involved in it for their showing they had in New York last year. They're all amazing people, absolutely incredible people. But one of the things that I liked is instead of us trying to jump into Blackout wasn't available initially for us for quite some time, and then it came available. And by the time we went through it, we had done so many other experiences.
We were able to experience it.
We were able to just enjoy it and really go through it. And were there moments that they tested us physically? Yeah, absolutely there were. Were there creepy moments? Fuck yeah. There's a scene I still think to this day that I was just like, God, what are you doing? Don't mess with my feet. I hate that.
I made a meme. It got so bad on one spot, like Blackout specifically made me make a meme about it.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about that in a second. We're going to talk about
glorious.
some of the silly things that go through your mind before an extreme hot. But, being able to go through some of these other experiences, Miasma, Stag, The Basement, Shock Theater. We just had Will on. He was the writer of Shock Theater Blind Date when we went up and did that one. It got me prepared for Blackout, which was kind of this crescendo for me at least. And being able to see that and experience it and not be
where the creation all started from.
Yeah, and not be so petrified of it before you walk into it, knowing that there's only so far they can push this, number one, and number two, being able to really enjoy the experience and the story.
Exactly.
And it was incredible, and that's what makes immersive horror what it is.
I'll never forget the feeling we had when we were walking down the street and we walked by it at first, and then we looked over and it was like, all the black trash bags and everyone in the windows. Like, without it being labeled that's where it is.
Yeah, we walked by it the first time. We were in New York City. It was my second time, her first time. And we walked right by it, and then we turned back around and saw every window blacked out with a black trash bag. And I was just like, oh, no, that's it. and turned back around for an amazing experience. But she was talking about the silly stuff, the gift that we made. or that she made, excuse me. And I know that I want to talk about the silly fears, the real stuff that one worries about before going into an immersive haunt. I understand not every immersive haunt, but a lot of them are going to make you undress to some level. They're going to interact with you physically to some level. Nothing ever inappropriate. You're not groping
Am I
people.
overly sweaty? Do I have any kind of a smell from doing this? Or is
Do
there
my
any
feet
random
stink? Do my
stains?
feet
Do my
stink?
feet stink? Like,
You know?
those are the weird things that start going through your head once
It
you
is.
do a couple of them. What's
It
one
is.
of the weirdest things that's went through your head when you're doing it that's like that?
Oh God, like, I'm very expression, like my face shows all my expressions. I don't have a poker face whatsoever. So it's always like, hopefully I didn't make a weird face or give away like, too much of my facial expressions. The first time I went through like one of the top ones, I would say, I wore makeup and I was like, oh God, it's probably like all over my face. I probably look like a drunk right now. It's horrible.
Very cool.
It was crazy. Talking about things that I thought of prior to going, I always, and it sounds so irrational and I don't understand it, but like before going to these, I'm like, they're stalking me. They have done like put cameras in my house. Like, I don't know. I always have this feeling and I'm double checking everything always right before, I go to an event. I'm just, I'm checking my blinds, checking my windows. They look horrible in the process of it all.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, Melissa, last question before we get into the closing of things tonight. What's kind of the future? What are you looking for this year? Do you have any immersive haunts on the radar? I know it's starting to come back a little bit. Some of the COVID restrictions that put a hurting on immersive haunts last year are starting to be lifted. What's kind of your game plan for October this year? Or, immersive haunts happen whenever the fuck they happen.
They do.
So, do you have anything on the radar right now?
I mean, as of right now, I don't know what's going to happen this year. Obviously, I'm always down for an immersive experience. Always, 110%. That's without a doubt. It's just, I don't want to keep going to the same ones. I want to try somewhere new. So
Absolutely.
if I get word that, somewhere new is, doing shows, whether it be personal or group or whatever, I'm going without a doubt. I just, have to get word that somewhere's, doing them prior.
Well, I can't say anything about it whatsoever because I'm pretty sure they're under the floorboard of my house right now waiting for me to fuck up and say the wrong thing.
Oh, they'll kill your ass immediately.
Immediately. I
about
can
stab,
tell
stab,
you
stab.
there is something very, very fucking exciting on the horizon. And for everybody out there
places,
watching,
actually,
there
that
is.
we know
There's a
of.
lot of different stuff that's happening
We don't
soon.
know when, so.
There's one that
Couple
I get a little bit more of an inside scoop on than some of the others. And I know that there is some pretty cool fucking shit in the works.
No, there's one. You probably can't even tell me the information. Because
No, I can't. I can't.
Because I want to do
absolutely can't.
it.
I absolutely can't talk about it whatsoever because I that's it. That is literally like
That's all
every
I can
single
say, right
fucking
there.
thing I think to say about it other than that is just no, you can't say that other than I know something.
Yeah, well,
Like, that's it.
Kudos to you knowing something, right?
I promise
So-
when I can divulge more information,
Well,
I will.
Melissa, I'm with you. I don't know something. I just know he knows something.
So-
So.
And so that might be a good something. It might be a bad something. Who
Yeah.
knows?
But it's
You know,
something.
something.
But
I'm
no,
excited
it's-
and nervous.
There is. I only say that to hopefully lend some encouragement that there is some exciting stuff coming.
Well,
You
I'm
know.
excited, and I will stay tuned until the day that you can release that something.
Yeah, it's coming. I promise. I promise. It is coming.
Because
No.
I'll be all over it, like white on rice. So
Now, Melissa, I am about to do something I have never done before in the history of Talking Scared. This is our sacred toilet brush.
yes,
And for those out there that may not know what this toilet brush is all about, it's a very special toilet brush. It means a lot
Yes.
to us. It means a lot to a lot of people out there that have been knighted by this toilet brush. And usually this is an honor that we only reserve for horror writers and actors and actresses inside haunted attractions and all types of different stuff.
When you go through this amazing shit and you just have the feelings and emotions about it, though, I feel like we share, and that the community would share if they were able to go through some of this shit and see it for what it is. It's a special moment for us to be able to have you on here. It's a special moment for what this stands for us.
And also understand anybody out there watching as a fan. We have watched and gotten to know Melissa for a while now.
For a while.
This wasn't something we just reached out to her about. This has been in the works. And it's not something that we would just let anybody on to talk about whatever. There's a lot of trust here. Melissa could very easily say something dumb that could get us in trouble with some extreme horror people. And we trust her not to do that very thing. And that's why she's on here, because she's an example. Yeah. She is an example of what extreme horror is. She's an example of what the haunt community is. She is an example of what I'm going to call the perfect patron. The perfect guest for a haunted house, whether it's extreme, whether it's traditional, it doesn't matter. Her behavior and how she
Perfect patron award.
It's perfect. It's perfect, and it absolutely warrants you being welcomed into our knighthood, into our cult.
Should you choose to accept it?
Should you choose to accept it. If somebody ever says no, I'm just ending the Zoom meeting with them immediately. They're fucking out. But anyways.
We've had a couple people, well, what the hell?
Yeah, there was one I thought was going to tell me no. But this toilet brush, this knighting, it stands for an example. See, we look at the haunt community, the horror community, as a beautiful porcelain bowl. And we want to keep our bowl sparkly clean. But every once in a while, some asshole wants to come by and put a nasty little skid mark on our haunt community. And our knights will not stand for it. And that's where people like you stand up, represent, and are an example of the horror community and become a knight of the cleaners of shit. Melissa, would you like to be the first ever fan-granted Knight of the Cleaners of Shit perfect patron tonight?
I clean all the shit.
She cleans all the shit. You better watch that shit, because we all go to extreme haunt, and I promise some of them are watching tonight. Not all of them, but some of them. And I feel like we're going.
God, we're into shit.
We're all eating poop next time.
I fucked myself.
We're all fucking eating poop. God damn it. Anyways, Melissa, welcome, my sister. Welcome to the Brotherhood. Welcome to the cult. Welcome to being a knight of the Cleaners of Shit. Thank you so much for being a part of this. And I know he's not with us anymore either, but also thank you to Will, man. Spooky Will,
whoever
whoever
it was
the
that
fuck
we
you
got.
are this night, man. I can't keep up with your goddamn personalities at this point. There's too fucking many of them.
I can't keep up with Will's personality.
We need to go to an extreme immersive experience together.
Absolutely.
I feel like that needs to happen.
We
Absolutely.
really do.
Absolutely. That was something Trish and I've been talking about too.
I was giddy as a schoolgirl. One time I got to run into somebody from the immersive community that I only know.
John Corbin. That's right. Yeah.
John Corbin.
Yeah, John Corbin.
As we were leaving, he was coming in, and I was like, ah!
And it was so crazy. Like, that was our first meeting of this guy. And I'll tell you where we were at Blackout. And here we are in Blackout's lobby. I think even the writers for a second were kind of like, what the fuck is happening? They looked at us weird because
we were like,
because we did. We were like, John Corbin, oh my God. And he was like, you guys, oh my God. And we had this big fucking meet and greet in the middle of their lobby for like 5 minutes. And then they were like, fucking knock it off. God damn it. Get out of here.
Try and polish up.
But no, that's it's so exciting, especially when you meet someone like that. And I'm down, yes. Absolutely. We'll figure one out. We were talking about it.
First time we had the guy that we experienced a blind date with comment on one of them was like, it's the dude.
Yeah, it's the dude. We have gotten so wrapped up in this festival, and rightfully so, that we have we've gotten sidetracked a little bit, and we were talking about that.
There hasn't been very many immersives as of yet, and we're so excited that now everything's lifting. There's going to be more opportunities.
Yeah. And I know that we talk about the music festival a lot, but I promise, man, horror and haunts are still first and foremost. And definitely what we're looking at. That's why we're expanding. That's why we brought on people like Lindsay and Nick to help spread that horror. Yeah. For those of you that don't know, we dropped our careers for this stuff right now. We are fully invested into this and into making this bigger and better than it's ever been before.
I'm in my 30s and I quit my career for horror.
We did. We both did.
Hey, that's the best way to go.
It is.
Absolutely.
It really is.
Absolutely it is. So Melissa, I want to thank you so much. You are, as always, so incredibly amazing. We will
Well, thank
definitely
you.
be having you back on, and I'm really looking forward to doing some more stuff with you in the future. And folks, you never know what the future holds. You just never know what the future holds. So always keep your mind open. Always be willing to try new stuff, experiment with new things. And I will end with this, as we do every time we talk about extreme haunts and extreme horror. Not everybody out there is a good guy. Not everybody out there is doing this for the right reasons. And they are very, very rare. But we always encourage, know what you're stepping into.
And ask
Know
around.
what you're going to, and ask around.
Yes.
Ask people like us. Ask people like Melissa. We're not going to tell you what to expect. But if there's been one that we know is a no-go, we'll let
tell
you
you.
know.
Yeah.
We'll let you know and be like, hey. And not only that, we're going to point you in the right direction, where you should go, how you should start this stuff off. Like we've already even tried to do tonight, talking about the basement. The basement's
Safety,
a perfect
fun,
starter.
immersive.
It's a perfect starter. You just go. If it's even an interest in you, make the trip to Pennsylvania. Go see them.
It's beautiful up there anyway.
Yeah, absolutely,
is.
absolutely. There's a bunch of haunted houses up there too, so you're going to get to see some traditional haunts too.
And it's on our bucket list to make sure we get back up there this season specifically, since they've got the new building. We didn't get to go last year, so this year we're definitely going to show up at the basement too.
Yeah.
Yes.
And who knows? Maybe that's the one that we make happen. Maybe we all show up at the
It's a long
basement.
travel for her though.
Well, you know, I'm trying my best here. Trying my best.
I mean, I'll make it work.
So I'm still not convinced how we're going to talk her into coming to Florida at the end of the month yet, but we'll figure it all out.
All right, duh.
I mean, fly.
But that's it for Talking Scared tonight. We gotta close this bad boy out. Melissa, thank you so much, folks.
Thank you guys.
Just like we did for Frighteningly Metal. Just because I love these guys so much, we are going to end things tonight with the Collective Occults.
But don't forget, tomorrow is trivia night.
Yeah, tomorrow is trivia night, and then Wednesday night we got Sepsis on
Yes.
Frighteningly Metal.
Talking about their new
The
tour
first
dates.
time we're going to have them live because Will, and if you're watching at this point, Will, and not the other Will, not the Will that we don't know, the other Will from Sepsis. I got too many
got a
fucking
lot of
Wills in my
Wills.
life right now. You broke it. I know you broke it. And if you break it again this Wednesday, I'm fucking driving to New England, and we're going to have a talk, okay? But anyways,
It's a
we're
long
going to...
drive.
It's a long drive, but goddamn, quit breaking my shit. Aurora AI, how are they even still here?
There's got to be cameras.
It's fucking ridiculous. It's an hour and a half. Go to bed, Aurora. Leave us alone. But anyways, thank you all so much for tuning in. Like I was saying, we're going to hit you all with Welcome to the Collective Occult's lyric video for one of their brand new songs. They will be our opener.
And I love this damn lyric video.
I do. I love the band. The band's absolutely phenomenal. So here you guys go. Melissa, get your last little... God damn it, Aurora. Leave us alone. I'm always here.
You are.
Bullshit, Aurora.
They have invaded our home.
I know. And I know what sucks is as soon as I get off here, they're just going to fucking start harassing
Tyler,
the
Aurora
shit
never
out of
leaves
me.
us alone.
Good luck with that, you know.
I know. I killed a couple people last time I was there, and they've been fucking touchy about it since.
Well, you know, I can see why.
Because I killed them? I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I mean, one of
We
them...
did still nurse for a little bit last time we visited an Aurora Institute too.
That is true. That is true. And in hindsight, Tyler, I should have fucking killed your ass anyways. Just being real about it. I should have fucking offed you that night. But anyways...
Aw, poor Tyler.
Well, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Lindsay was too nice. But anyways, that's enough Talking Scared tonight. Here it is. Welcome to the Collective from the Collective Occult. We hope to see you all in Florida. But more importantly, we want to see you tomorrow night. Trivia night. Come win you some prizes. And then Wednesday night, Frighteningly Metal. Sepsis. Tyler, wow.
Wow.
That's right, Shea. That's right. You almost died. Lindsay saved you. I don't know if you realize how much you were on my list. But anyways, that's it for Talking Scared. That's it for all that. Tyler, love you to death. You all have an amazing night. And here it is. Welcome to the Collective from the Collective Occult. We'll see you all tomorrow evening.